So good evening and welcome back to another video. Now today, or this evening should I say, is my very first squid session of the year. I'll come out to target squid and cuttlefish using imitation lures and simply jigging for them. Now the setup I'm using today is this here. Now this is just a 7-foot Penn conflict inshore bass rod. I use this for all sorts, for mackerel fishing, light float fishing, bass fishing sometimes. On there I've got a size 4000 reel, 15-pound braid, and then I've got my squid jigs already attached. Okay, so after just sorting out that absolutely terrible tangle, I've finally got myself sorted. Now I'm using a double shot rig. It's called a double shot rig basically because that's just what I call it. If you'd like to know how to make this rig, there's already a video on my channel, which I'll leave a link in the description of this video if you want to go check that out. But double shot rig, very simply, because you're fishing two lures, generally one smaller one at the top, one larger one at the bottom. The one at the bottom I tend to go for with a rattle. It's a bit more attractive, and the one at the top I go for a smaller, just silent lure. So no scientific reason behind it, obviously, because of the name, double shot, you're upping your chances, doubling your chances of catching something. Now quite simply, all you do, shine your head torch onto the jigs here, they're going to glow up. I've got some added attraction, some glow beads on there as well. So we'll light those up under the head torch, get them in the water, get them right down to the bottom. Now you're going to find the cuttlefish sitting right on the bottom generally. Sometimes they will chase it up. 9 times out of 10 they're right dead on the bottom. Squid can be anywhere in the water column. They can hit you as you're bringing the lures up, they can hit you on the drop, it really just depends. So without further ado, I'm going to start fishing. We've got a beautiful evening. I've come out pretty late tonight. I'm going to be staying out into the early hours in the morning. As I said, this is my first session of the year, so pretty excited, but I hope we catch something. Right, so let's go in with the first drop. Gonna chuck the lures in there. Now obviously I've got some added weight on this rig. I think it's an 18 gram. It's like a 15 or 18 gram little weight. Just helps the lures sink a bit deeper, or a bit quicker should I say. So we're gonna go right to the bottom. You'll probably be able to see the line coming off the reel there. If you just keep your finger on it, be able to tell when it's hit the bottom like that, and when it does, give it a gentle lift up. And I like to just hover them a little bit on the bottom at first, see if anything's right on the seabed, and then very basically just work them up. There are tons and tons of bait fish, tons of them. Now what I've just seen a bass about 12 inches long, and it was literally right under my feet here. It swam up to the jigs, but then turned away. And then the only squid I've seen are two, maybe about 3 inches long, 4 inches max. But it's always good to see bait fish. I mean, whenever you're fishing, no matter what you're fishing for, if you see bait fish in the water, it's always a good sign. And it's good just to keep an eye on them because they're attracted to the light, so you probably won't pick it up on camera, but they're all down there. If they suddenly flee, you know that something bigger has just come about. But so far it's pretty quiet. It's a lovely night to be out though. Dead still, very little wind. There we go, small squid down there. Where are my lures? They're really small. Good bait size though. Just lost one. It was on very briefly, only a small one. Just dropped it back down, see if it comes back, but come on. big. That could be a cuttle because that was dead on the bottom. And it's not pulling down, so I reckon that is a cuttlefish. Hopefully I can lift this up. Oh no, it is a squid. That's a good one. It's the first one of the year. Boom. There we go. Check that out. Lovely squid that. First one of the season. Probably about 12 inches long. Nice. So there we go. First squid of the season. Check that beauty out. He's just spat the hook, spitting ink everywhere. That's a lovely size squid that. Nice eating size. Probably about 12 inches long. Beautiful. Check out the eyes on those bad boys. Incredible creatures. Well, what can I say? Tonight has been nothing short of terrible. Now, it's been so dead. It's absolutely dead. I've had one squid in about 2.5 hours of being here. I think it's about 1 in the morning now. It's bang on 1 o'clock in the morning. So I was going to stay till 2, maybe even 3 o'clock, but there's no way I'm sticking around for this. I've chopped and changed lures, gone from silent lures to rattles, to larger ones, to smaller ones, and I'm just not getting anything. So instead of this video being a squid fishing session, it's probably going to turn into a catch and cook. What I'll do with that squid, I'm not too sure yet, but I think I may go sort of like an Asian style, very quick, very simple, and very tasty. So I'll probably do that in the second part of this video, so please stay tuned for it, and I'll see you in the kitchen. So welcome back to a couple of days later, and I've come out into the beautiful weather today to cook this squid. Now a little rundown on that session the other evening. I'm not going to lie, it was absolutely terrible. It was so dead. I ended up staying till 1 o'clock in the morning. I was going to stay a little bit longer, but with it being that quiet, there was no point at all. I literally only had that one squid. It was so quiet, it wasn't worth wasting my time for. But what I've decided to do is to turn this video into a catch and cook video. So I've come down to a lovely spot today, nice and sheltered, and I'm going to cook this squid up on the rocks. Now, as always on my channel, I like to keep it simple, really simple. I'm going to be doing this squid flash fried Asian style. I've prepped the squid already, so anybody who wants to see how you prep and clean a squid, there's other videos on my channel already, catch and cook squid fishing videos. There'll be a catch and cook playlist on there, so go check that out if you want to see how it's cleaned and prepared. Now, I've got a few simple ingredients with me today. I'm just literally going to be flash frying, I should say, the squid. I'm going to lightly cook off some garlic, ginger, chili and some lemongrass, and then I've got a couple of other ingredients just to toss through it at the end. I've got some soy sauce, sesame oil and some fish sauce, and then a bit of lime juice. Throw it all together in a bowl, put some rocket leaves through it, fresh coriander, and bang, we're done. So it's really not going to take long at all. As I said, I've prepared everything already, so I'll take you through it and show you how it's done. So here I've got my squid rings prepared, cut up into rings, ready to go. In this little tub here I've got some fresh ginger, some lemongrass, a little bit of garlic and some red chili. I'll be sweating that off just for a minute or so, adding the squid, and then in this little thing here, to save me bringing loads of bottles, I've got some soy sauce, some fish sauce and some sesame oil. And then I'll be finishing it with some fresh mango, some spring onion, we've got some coriander and some rocket leaves. Now, put a bit of lime juice in it as well, get it into that bowl, toss it up, and then bang, it's done. Now, you can use, I've bought some olive oil with me to cook with, because obviously you want a very hot pan. You could use the sesame oil to cook in, but obviously it's got a very low flash point, so because you get in the pan really hot, you don't want to chance it. So olive oil's got a higher flash point of about 180 degrees, so that's plenty. And really, for the sesame oil, you want the flavour. You want it as a dressing. Fish sauce, soy sauce, you don't have to cook out, so really it's just going to go in at the end and give it that zingy flavour. That's a little bit tricky on these rocks, but we'll make do with it. Now, want to get a nice bit of heat into that pan, and then I'm just going to put it on sort of a moderate heat. Add the olive oil. Then I'm actually on a bit of a slope here. Maybe that will help. That should make it more even. And then we're going to go in ginger, lemongrass, garlic and chilli. And just gently sweat that off. And already the aroma you get from that is insane. Obviously the chili's going to give it a bit of a heat. The ginger's going to give it a nice fieriness. You've got the freshness of the lemongrass, and then a bit of enhancer of flavour by that garlic. Now this is literally going to take like 2 minutes to cook. So just gently sweat that down. And then what I'm going to do is turn up the heat. I'm going to put that on full heat now. And then here we got our squid rings, so straight in. And you can see all of this sticking to the squid. I've not seasoned the squid either, because I'm using the saltiness from the soy sauce to flavour that. Oh, it's smelling good. Now really you want to get this pan even hotter, but because I'm outside there's a slight gentle breeze which is obviously knocking the flame a bit. But that still is pretty much done. So what we'll do now, I'm going to add soy, sesame, fish sauce. Toss it about. Look at that already. And then heat off, stove off, and we're going to go into this bowl. Make sure all that juice is in there. Spring onion, mango, rocket leaves, and then just tear off some of that coriander. Bang that in. Give it a mix up. And that is going to be epic. Packed full of flavour. Cooked in 2 minutes. Bang. Nearly fell over there. This smells insane. And there we have it. Asian fried squid out on the rocks in 2 minutes time. Perfect. So, moment of truth, taste test. I already know this is going to be so good. Oh man. Words cannot explain how tender that is. If you cook squid in 90 seconds, it will never ever ever go tough. That is amazing. Oh. Mango, chili, what's not to like? Now, I'll show you where I am. You can see that rib going out. Just at the entrance of a marina. But it's so nice down here. I fish around this area quite a bit. I've actually got a rod in my car, so I may have a go for a bass after. But this is insane. I mean, I know you can never see well on a GoPro, but it's just incredible. Always with my videos, my catch and cook videos, simplicity is key. You do not mess about with fish. Simplicity and flavour, and you will not go wrong. What a day it is as well. I think it's the, I don't know, first week? I don't know the exact date, first week of October. And we've had some super good weather so far. Look how tender this is. If that was overcooked, you wouldn't be snapping it in half. Unbelievable. Oh. I really didn't want that to end. Absolutely perfect. Well, what more could you ask for? Beautiful weather, stunning meal, fresh out the sea, local, sustainable, can't beat it. Now, thanks very much for joining me in this video. Apart from the actual fishing session itself, the second part of this video has been well worth doing. So yeah, I'm going to be out. That was actually my first squid session of the year, and it's one to forget, but I'm going to be out targeting squid again over the next month or so. As we get into November, generally you see a few bigger squid coming in, so hopefully we can catch a big one this season. If not, I'll be happy catching the little ones because they are ideal to eat. So thank you very much for watching this video. I really appreciate you checking out my channel and checking out all the videos. If you like it, please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing to my channel, and I greatly appreciate that. But that's all for me today, so see you on the next one.